Today's video is going to be a story time. It's going to be a blast to my cringy past. This is something that I told on my live stream on Twitch, and then I'm like, you know what, let me make an official story time video for it. But while I'm here, I also want to play with this palette and do my ting. Now, I think today I might just go with a pop kind of look, a pop of color. I feel so weird telling this story because it's kind of embarrassing. Wow, what color should I do? I think I'm gonna use this blue shade. I'm just gonna make a whole look with this blue shade. All right, so I have to set the background for this story. This is a story about me being 22 years old, fresh off the press, going on 3 months of dates with a guy, and then making him my boyfriend at some point within those 3 months, and then our entire relationship ending 2 weeks in, and in that 2 week time span, me finding out that he has a freaking green toe, like green fungus. So I'm gonna call this boy Toe Joe, or Joe Toe. You know what, I'm gonna go back and forth throughout the story just for the fun of it. So what you need to know about my mindset at this time is that I had just ended a 6-year on and off relationship with my high school sweetheart. Ooh, I like how this is packing. I end that 6-year relationship. We mutually ended it. And then after that, I meet Lester. Oh my God, look what I can't believe I just did that, blended out. So I was doing me, and I meet this Irish guy, and this Irish guy, Tojo, he works for, I don't even know how to describe it because I don't want people trying to find him. But he's one of those employees that comes from another country that gets to work at the theme parks, and it's almost like something for his degree that he gets to do. And he was living in a place with like 4 other roommates, actually 3 other roommates, and they all were Irish, all from the UK in general. And I hope I'm getting that right, but I'm sorry, I'm American. Okay, I'll correct myself. I meet him in between my Lester blow up. Me and him end up basically hanging out whenever I finished the quiz online at home, or if I was like finishing up homework late at night online. I'd be like so bored and I would need stress relief, and I'd be like, oh my God, Tojo, what are you up to? Let's hang out, let's do stuff. And we would pretty much just do what 20-year-olds do. We actually, y'all, I'll say this, we didn't do the do until like 3 months in, but that's another story. With Tojo, I was kind of, I wasn't being bad. If you were a guy who like hates dating culture, you'd be like,
oh, it's so unfair that she's talking to multiple guys.
I was talking to Lester from the other story time still. Sometimes Lester would want to see me, and then Tojo would want to see me in the same day. I wasn't perfect, but I was running the game because I was a heartbroken girl. I did that, which was fun. We were all just having fun and it wasn't serious. For me with Tojo, what was nice was that he had his friends like in his apartment all in one spot. So if they were doing something, I'd feel like I was doing something right alongside them. And we would drink and we would watch movies and just like all hang out. So yeah, I enjoyed my time with Tojo. And you know, sometimes me and Tojo would go places. And Tojo let me know. He's like,
I really like you. I really want you to be my girlfriend.
Oh my God, that's the worst. Irish, I can't, should I even dare keep doing his accent? Whatever. Okay, me and Tojo were openly starting to talk about dating. So me and Tojo are eventually at this place where we are only talking to each other. I actually want people to be able to see this part. So I just finished my eyebrows. I'm gonna move in with my eyeliner. Here's the situation. Where was I? He had just made me his girlfriend. I saw the green toe. This is so annoying. I thought my camera was recording, but it wasn't, so bear with me. But you guys, I didn't even notice that he had a green toenail until this 3rd month. Literally, it was the first time I saw him without shoes or socks, and I was wondering, were me and him doing the do with socks on? How did I not notice this at my house? How did I not see this at his house? I always thought it was weird that he was always wearing shoes. Like, I literally never saw it until the 3rd month in. So that's the toe discovery story. Okay, so I know that this is gonna be one of the not nice things that I did, but when I saw that man's toe, I had to take a picture of it. I tried, I really did. It was like so hard to do. I try to be all sneaky with it too and like get the angle. But you guys, if I'm not posting the toe in this video, it's because I obviously did not get that photo of it. And look, say what you will about me, I wasn't gonna share that online anyways, but I wanted to at least show my best friend because it was dramatic. Like, just Google a fungal toe. And when you Google that fungal toe, I want you to see the most worst image of the greenest, swollen, yellowest toe, and then go, oh, that's probably what it looked like, because it really did. That was his toe. And I think, like, when I saw his toe, I think he definitely knew. And yo, I actually think he knows. I was trying to take a picture of it, but he never said anything to me, and he never addressed it. The relationship did not reflect anything beyond, like, just him being happy to have a girlfriend that was cute, who also just happened to have a car that I think that he wanted to use. And I still decided to hang out with him, and I never addressed it. I never said anything about it. But in this next 2-week span of him being my boyfriend, like, something happens where we just completely stopped talking, and he basically ghosted me. And I'm gonna get into that. But first, let me tell you what happened. Me and Towboy's friends, we're all still doing the stuff that we used to do as far as like hanging out in groups and watching movies together and stuff. Like, we're all still a big old happy family in the apartment. But Towboy suddenly starts to switch up on me. And when I say he switches up on me, I mean it in that way where, like, it really did seem like he kind of just got what he wanted once we finally snoo-snooed after he became my boyfriend. And then he just got really douchey. Oop, y'all, I messed up. I got a little speck up there. I'm just gonna buff it out. Towboy is now ignoring me. I have seen his green toe, and he is suddenly like falling off of the good boyfriend radar, especially since he's like asking for favors, and I'm not being super like receptive to it or eager to help him out because I'm trying to help myself out, you know? Ooh. Oh, it's kind of cute actually. You guys, I didn't like how these looked in the box. I'm kind of liking how they look right now. They look a little synthetic and shiny though, which is something that I don't like in my lashes. So this is the first week of the relationship. Literally 1 week of being my boyfriend. Official, oh my God, we're telling our friends. I'm telling people that's the guy that I'm dating. And in the second week, he's like,
Oh yeah, there's this concert in Miami, and I'm going with my friends, and we bought this bottle, and I'm gonna be there for 3 days.
do you think I got that invite? Do you think that this man was like, oh, hey, come join us in Miami, even though him and his homeboy and his homegirls and their boys and their girls were all going together?
No.
No, this man had no plans to bring me along with the crew. Okay, I'm gonna put this eyelash on. I'm just gonna let it dry out a little. Oh, you guys, this is not bad. This is not bad at all. My camera stopped recording, but a situation happened in between this first week that was actually like a huge sign that this was not a good person for me to be with. Imagine this. There's a fridge, and on top of the fridge is a bottle of Jose Cuervo, a pretty big one. And it is literally right on the edge where the door opens. One of these evenings within that first week, I went to go open the door to the fridge to get myself some ice. And as I did that, the Jose Cuervo went falling and it splashed all over the floor, and he was a huge a-hole about it. He stood there and basically let me clean it up while he went to go back to playing his game. But he was also giving me big attitude, acting like it was all my fault. Which, I mean, yes, okay, it kind of was. But also, hello, somebody had to put that bottle up there, and I wasn't the one responsible for that. One of his roommates did. Anybody who was going to open that fridge next would have had that happen to them. Moving on. He watches me clean that big old mess up in his kitchen. He's like huffing and puffing and being like rude about the fact that it happened, acting like it was all my fault, acting so upset about it. Which, by the way, I guess when you're broke and you don't have any money for the Jose Cuervo, you would be upset about that bottle too. It literally, like, yes, okay, technically it was my fault, but it wasn't my fault. And even if it was my fault, hello, you're my man. You're supposed to be on my side. I was such a pick-me at this time, honestly. I was honestly doing the most to be in relationships. He basically went to Miami, and then when he went to Miami, I never saw Towboy again. Like, literally, he was like, oh yeah, blah, 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 I'll be back on this day. And then he never told me when he got back. And that's kind of how I was deciding. I'm like, look, this guy is already being like a shitty dude. I'm like, if he wants to still date me, he needs to be the one that's like putting in the effort, messaging me and making things happen. Cause I'm not. Like I was telling myself that I was probably gonna break up with him at this point because I just wasn't feeling the vibes no more. Like, yeah, I may have been a pick-me, but I wasn't gonna date somebody who was so obviously like doing things to make me not like them. You know what I mean? I stopped initiating the conversation. I started waiting for him to text me first. And in the process of that, he literally never texted me back. And here's the thing. Originally, like, this is just coming back to my mind now because I'm like talking about this story so much. Originally, when we first started dating, the premise of my like decision for not wanting to get serious with him was the fact that he was like a transient student and that he wasn't going to be in the area long enough to like actually make a full relationship go full circle. So when Towboy ghosted me, he basically has like 2 more months left in Florida. And I met him at the 6-month mark. In grand total, he was there for a year. This man goes to Miami, comes back, is still like following me, watching all my Snapchat stories, watching all my Instagram stories, and just acting like he never was my boyfriend. Just acting like we never had become boyfriend, girlfriend. He tried to talk to me literally the week before he was leaving Florida and going back home to the motherland. Or I think he was gonna travel all over the United States after that. Anyways, one thing that I did notice that week when he ghosted me, like after he came back from Miami, he was posting pictures at theme parks with other girls. And I was just like, You guys, these girls kind of had features like me too. It was like a brown-haired, brown-eyed female with like her friend at the time. And you could tell, like, you know when people take photos and you see them like side by side with somebody and you know who they're close with just based off the photo? That was like what I was gathering when I saw those pictures. But okay, you guys, I'm actually gonna go do my hair. I'll be right back. Y'all, did this man break my heart? A little bit. He broke my ego at that time. And I'll say this, I was not perfect being a 2-timing animal. Well, I was to Dusty's, but also being a pick-me Britney for this Dusty boy. Like, if I had ran away right when this man started asking for rides, which I never gave him, by the way, but I mean, you know, if I had ran away, like, as soon as I knew this man didn't have a car, I would have been fine, right? Instead of like continuing to entertain him while I'm also talking to Lester and another guy who was a golfer and, you know, just still being on Tinder and Bumble. I was wasting everyone's time, including mine. None of it's okay? I'm not sitting here saying that, oh, you all should do it. You all should go through this. This is my experience, okay? This is unique to me. So I know somebody's going to come at me and be like, oh, what a hoe. But 22-year-old me was going through it. And this was something I felt like I had to go through. So, okay. Yeah. That's pretty much what happened there. So me and Towboy actually did do a little bit of communicating. When this man did finally decide to text me, like the week before he was gonna leave, he asked me if I wanted a cardigan that I left at his apartment back, and all I sent back was, ha 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 ha. And he was like, what? He was so confused. And at the time, I was just like, LMAO, like the fact that he's, you know, reaching out to me after all this time right before just to do that, no thank you, you know? Like, I did not care what they did with it or who wanted it after that point. But yeah, that's the story about the green Towboy. I feel like I kind of told it all over the place. I don't know if it made sense. This is kind of like a 60s look that I did once for my TikTok. When I did this look yesterday, I didn't do my cat eye or my inner cat eye. I love it. I'm a fan of it. I will try to list all the products down below. I hope you guys enjoyed my cringy, weird story, and I hope you guys like my new hair. If you're interested in following me, I'm Fleeksie on everything, literally everything. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Except for this channel. Show me some love across the platforms, and I will see you later. Thanks for watching.